What's going on, everybody? It's me, Mechanic Dave, and this time we're gonna keep modifying that mini bike and getting it to a pretty decent build. So hope you enjoy. Now that we have the capability of holding a rear person, we now need to upgrade the capacity for holding a rear person. So these stock shocks are still really good, and I'm gonna hold on to them. But we're gonna take these out. We're going to be installing these much larger red springs. And unfortunately, it does not give you the tool to adjust these. And the tool from doing the Raceland coilovers on the Fox body do not fit. So I won't be adjusting these for the time being. All right, I have the stock shock out next to the new shocks. And my goodness, is there quite a difference in size. I fucking hope that I can get these things to fit, because these were not necessarily cheap. I think these are like $60 something. Oh, good Lord, this thing is gonna be jacked up. I hope it works. I fucking hope it works. Well, it definitely bolts in, but my God, is this thing kind of raised up now, which I guess that was the whole point, was to make it so I can haul my fat ass and somebody else. But boys, it kind of looks a little goofy, I'm not gonna lie. These are big fucking shocks. I didn't know. I thought I measured them correctly, but I mean, that's a good whole inch extra. So hey, I'm all right with it. Good Lord. She is tall in the rear. Yeah, this seems legit to me. Now that the aesthetics are all complete, suspension's upgraded, we have mirrors, rear seat, phone holder, handlebar risers, stronger foot pegs. It's time to move on to engine modifications and fuel tank repair. That's probably just a little bit of nylon tape on there and tighten the little fitting. We'll fix the fuel tank. But engine modifications. So we have new carburetor that's going on with some gold stuff and larger jets, a new air filter, a new breather for the valve cover, and then a new exhaust. So this exhaust pipe, like I said, I had this on another motor to test it. Has no baffling in it. It is straight through, and it is pretty loud, I'm not gonna lie. Air filter, you know, pretty good shit. And then I don't know if I'll get to showing you all this stuff, the wiring and whatnot. It shouldn't take too much, but that's all that's left. We're getting ready to do the air filter, carb, and all that. Once you undo the side panel, you get this little emissions box, which takes hose from the breather up to another canister in here, which then goes into the air filter, and then this would go to the fuel tank, and it would just recycle all the fumes, giving it better emissions. But we don't care about emissions at all. We can create more ozone layers in the world. It's no big deal. We'll just make more ozone. Okay, so replace the shitty old torch spark plug with an NGK and gapped it properly. Got it on there. Get on there. There it goes. I had to figure out something for the breather, so I got this 45-degree spark plug boot, courtesy of the Fox body, and that is going to fit perfectly inside of that air filter, and it's gonna hang like that. Carburetor just got installed, rejetted, all the nice gold trim was added, and new gaskets. It's got a number 85 jet in it right now. I can go up or down with it, and it has the large secondary jet in there. We're not doing the governor zip tie trick, where you put a zip tie over that governor spring right there, and then add a return spring on that side, just because I kind of want this motor to last. If it blows up on its own accord, then we'll put a Predator into it, and all our engine modifications should move over just fine. But for now, this thing should do just fine. So I realized that this filter would just be flopping around in the wind. And this bracket that came with the air filter inlet, it's kind of a velocity thing. If you see it, it tapers in. This was meant to hold the choke down. Otherwise, it just pops right off. Now, my solution is put that in my pocket and then tie a zip tie right there, holds the breather steady, and everybody's happy. And if I even really want, I can just move the choke like that. So no real loss there, actually. That is no choke right there. But I can move the choke like that without the lever. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So once this gets bolted on, put the air filters on, fuel tank has been fixed, carburetor is rejetted and prettied up. Fuel line is run. All the throttle and governor linkages is run. I readjusted this throttle cable, so when I just give it the slight movement, just that much should blip the throttle. Before, it used to be, you have that much play in it. I mean, that's quite a bit. So, adjusted the throttle, and then backed this screw all the way out, because this screw will hit here and limit how far that lever goes. So right now it's got full throttle on this thing, rejetted. After we get the air filters installed, we're going to be doing the exhaust, and then we're going to take a look at the clutch. And I'm pretty sure this has either bearings or a ring that just slips the belt on it. If we can remove that and reduce belt slip, then we should be able to get more speed out of the clutch. My good friend said that if we are going to be riding 2 people on this thing, that I should probably upgrade the clutch. So I'm looking for an upgrade clutch right now, but for now it's okay. It works enough. Boom, just like that. Both air filters are installed. Breather and intake. I really should have used a red zip tie, but I don't own any. But whatever. I think move on to bolting the exhaust on, and then I'm out of parts. Oh wait, no, that's not true. We need to do the headlight and all that shit. All right, we're on the final stage here. All the other mods are installed. We just need to put the exhaust on and fill it up with fuel, and then do the headlight and all that shit. I won't show you the headlight. It's not that interesting. You just pull 2 screws out from the bottom. It comes out, and then just bloop, bloop. And then these converters, you know, because it's alternating current, it doesn't matter if it goes to red or a black wire. Power is power and ground is ground. So, but then the positive and negative for DC out does matter. So we'll just wire that into there. And I don't know if I'll do a tail light or not. I might, but that'll all be. So with this new exhaust pipe installed, it kind of rests up against this plate, but I'm hoping it's thick enough where it'll create a little heat shield between my leg and not burn me. So I do expect it to get hot. Hopefully the paint doesn't bubble up, but you know, pretty easy. 2 13mm nuts and this tiny little header pipe. Could I have gone longer and out here? Possibly, but you know what? This does fine. This will do fine. My mini Harley. Look at that fucking thing. Big boy pipes. This thing is gonna be stupidly loud, but I don't care. It looks pretty fucking cool. It seriously is a little mini motorcycle at this point. And I didn't get it on camera, but I did take the clutch apart. So in that CVT clutch were these 2 roller bearings. That the belt, this is the stock belt. The belt would ride on these bearings, slipping the belt and reducing speed and vibration and shudder and all that. Took those off, put on a slightly smaller belt, if not the same size belt. And that should be a free speed mod. So if you have one of these bikes and you're looking for free modifications, definitely mess with the torque converter a little bit. The only thing left to do is pull the headlight out, put in these LEDs and the AC/DC converter, and this thing is fucking done. Okay, wiring should be all set. We're just in the reassembly. Let me walk you through. So these LEDs, get this one out of the bag to show you. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so both of these hot prongs on the bottom are hot, and it's grounded through the housing. So white and blue are hot, and then green is ground. So on the harness, you have AC coming in to the fuse, and obviously this was ground, and then it gets converted to DC, and then black is still ground, yellow is hot. We switched some wires in the plug so we can still utilize the plug. So now we should be getting 12 volts to the plug. And I'm just gonna tidy everything up with some electrical tape. Everything's been shrink wrapped. Everything should be weather tight. And then this guy, if I have some 3M tape, I'll 3M into the little bucket in here. And then we'll fire it up, see how it sounds, runs, and hope the lights work. And on the plug side, because these, each of the hot prongs on the bottom determine whether it's low or high beam. I prefer high beam to get the most usage out of this bulb. I wired the red and the white and the blue together to the white, which is at our plug. So even though the blue is still in the plug, it's not going anywhere. It's receiving power from the white. So it should work, and we should have high beam, which would give us the most out of this LED bulb. So we're gonna put everything back together and pray. All right, everything that we bought is installed. About $200 or so, maybe more, I don't know, I'm ballparking. It's just money. All the parts are installed. It's got gas in it. I believe the gas is turned on. Kill switch is ready. This thing should fire up, and we'll get to see if the headlight's working. So I guess obviously it flashes a little bit. Nothing's perfect, but you know what? I'm happy it works. Pretty noisy. Pretty cool. Boom. And that's how you build a mini bike in one day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you next time when we're probably ripping mini bikes.